Step outside the wall.
This is outside the wall. Outside the wall.
Welcome to Outside the Walls, where we explore the invisible barriers that quietly shape our lives and discover the freedom waiting on the other side, one conversation at a time. How many times have you answered the question, how are you, with one simple word? Busy. It's almost become a badge of honor. We wear it like it's proof that we're important, proof that we're productive, proof that we're making progress. Busyness is socially rewarded. But what if busyness isn't a sign that you're building the life you want? What if it's the wall keeping you from it? Today, I want to talk about one of the most accepted walls in our culture, the wall of busyness. I love sports, and for those of you who have been listening to me for a while, get that. And one of the things that's always fascinated me is that you watch a football game and you'll notice something about the best quarterbacks. Before the ball is ever even snapped, they're not moving much. They're looking around, reading the defense, making adjustments, changing the play if necessary, or shouting Omaha, Omaha if you're Peyton Manning. To someone who doesn't understand the game, it almost looks like they're doing nothing. Then the ball is snapped. Everything that happened before that moment suddenly makes sense. Contrast that with a young quarterback who's trying to prove himself. He's constantly moving, changing his feet, looking nervous, trying to make something happen before the play even starts. There's a lot of motion, but not much purpose. Life can look the same way. Many of us spend every waking hour moving. Meetings, emails, errands, projects, phone calls, appointments. We're exhausted by the end of the day, yet we can't always answer one simple question. Did today move me closer to the life I want to live? Motion and progress aren't the same thing. In fact, you can spend years climbing up a ladder that's leaning against the wrong wall. You can work incredibly hard, accomplish a great deal, and still arrive somewhere you never intended to go. That's the danger of busyness. It can keep us moving so fast that we never stop to ask whether we're moving in the right direction. I think one of the biggest lies we've accepted is this: if I'm busy, I must be productive. But busyness often becomes a substitute for intentional living. Sometimes we stay busy because slowing down forces us to confront questions we'd rather avoid. Asking questions to yourself like, am I happy? Am I growing? Am I spending enough time with the people who matter most? Am I pursuing what really matters or just reacting to what's urgent? Maybe another question belongs in that list. Am I doing things right, or am I doing the right things? Those sound familiar, but they're completely different. Efficiency helps us do things right. Wisdom helps us choose the right things. Busyness keeps those questions at arm's length. It fills every empty space. It detracts us from deeper reflection. And before long, we mistake a full calendar for a meaningful life. And one of my favorite quotes is from the author Greg McKeown. If you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. Think about that. Every yes is also a no. Every commitment costs you something, whether it's time, energy, or attention. And we never get those resources back. The wall of busyness isn't usually built overnight. It's built by one small commitment at a time. One more meeting, one more obligation, one more project, one more thing you really didn't need to say yes to. Eventually you wake up with a calendar that's completely full and a life that somehow feels empty. Being busy isn't the goal, being intentional is. Some of the most impactful people I know aren't frantic. They're focused. They understand that progress isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. The older I get, the more I realize success isn't measured by how much I can fit into a day. It's measured by whether the things I filled my day with actually mattered. So here's a challenge for this week. Take 5 minutes and look at your calendar, because your calendar is often more truthful than your intentions. It reveals what actually receives your time, not just what you say matters most. Don't look at next month or next year. Look at this week and ask yourself 3 questions. 1, what on this calendar truly matters? 2, what am I doing simply because I've always done it? And 3, what could I remove that would create more space for something better. The life you're looking for probably isn't on the other side of doing more. It's likely on the other side of making room for what matters most. Sometimes growth doesn't require adding something new. Sometimes it starts by removing something that's been quietly standing in the way all along. That's how the walls come down, one intentional choice at a time. If today's episode challenged you, I encourage you to share it with someone who's constantly saying, "I'm just so busy." Maybe they don't need another productivity tip. Maybe they just need permission to slow down long enough to ask a better question. This is episode 4 of the 10 Walls series. If this episode and message resonated with you, I encourage you to go back and listen to the previous episodes in this series that started with the Wall of Comfort.
This is outside the wall. Outside the wall.
The walls may be invisible, but they don't have to define your life. I'm Dave Gast, and until next time, life changes outside the walls.